Her worst nightmare came true that day. Angela was attacked in her own home, smashed across the face with the laptop, then brutally assaulted by a masked intruder. If only she had been able to run up the stairs. If only she'd somehow managed to lose that weight that her doctor told her to, she'd have been able to escape the intruder, lock herself in the bathroom for just a few more minutes and call the police. Instead, the excess weight she was carrying slowed her down, reducing her attempt at escape to a panting, puffing crawl, making it so easy for the masked, mocking imposter to catch her in a matter of seconds and assault her in her own home. What happened next may be an unusual story for you, yet it led to the astonishing discovery of a 1-minute formula that empowers your body to melt fat on autopilot. This simple fat-busting ritual takes only 1 minute and literally energizes you to burn fat cells while you sleep at night. Meaning that if you try it tonight before sleeping, you can wake up leaner, more energetic, and with a stunning flat belly by tomorrow morning. It's a method so effective that it actually saved the life of Angela Ross, a 48-year-old mother of 3, from a lifetime of dangerous belly fat, diabetes type 2, high blood pressure, risk of stroke and heart disease. And it did this without any kind of dieting, surgery, extreme exercises, or medication. It's true. Angela, a legal assistant from Jackson, Michigan, melted 37 pounds of dangerous belly fat in just 6 weeks. She then went on to lose another 18 pounds on top of that, and completely transformed her body, her attractiveness, and her self-esteem, going from this to this. And in doing so, enhanced her heart health, reversed her pre-diabetic blood sugar problems, and eliminated her high blood pressure. Angela's 51-year-old construction worker husband Jeff followed the exact same method as she did and incredibly melted 22 pounds of dangerous abdominal fat himself. It also increased his muscle tone, jacked up his energy levels, and injected him with the youthful male vitality he thought had disappeared years ago. My name is Sam Stewart, and I'm about to share with you the unusual tale of how I accidentally stumbled upon this breakthrough fat-melting method while volunteering as an English teacher in the remote Mayan villages of Mexico. It's a breakthrough that has since helped 23,185 regular women and men of all ages to shed their dangerous belly fat, without ever laying a finger on any fat-burning pills, extreme diets, crazy exercise plans, without going within a 10-mile radius of an expensive gym, and without ever even touching some insane calorie-cutting regime that most people give up after a few weeks. In just a few seconds, I'm going to reveal this exact method to you. So if you're sick and tired of the latest fad diets, of hearing how some magic powder will miraculously help you melt fat away, how nothing ever works to lose weight, or if you're frustrated because you can never stick to a diet for longer than 3 weeks, I'm here to tell you that you can, starting today, with nothing but 1 minute a day of your time following this simple, relaxing nighttime ritual that empowers your mind and body for any kind of weight loss you desire. This is truly the first time that this unique method that was discovered by a doctor in another country has ever been revealed. Stick with me for the next few minutes of this short presentation, and I'll reveal this fat-destroying ritual to you, and how using it just once a day can get you the slim, toned, and beautiful body you really want, while at the same time enhancing your energy, vitality, and cognitive performance in just days. Just like Jennifer, 39, from New Orleans did, when she lost 17 pounds in 27 days. She says, "Sam, I'm so happy I ended up watching your video. I was skeptical at first because diets have never worked for me, and I don't like exercise. But using your easy non-diet formula, I was able to get a flat belly in time for our trip to Florida. I'm over the moon with the results." Or Michael, 46, from Oklahoma, who burned off 25 pounds on autopilot and reversed his pre-diabetic condition, leaving his doctor astounded. And watch carefully, because in just a minute or two, I'm also going to expose how the real single root cause of weight gain is a tiny essential amino acid in your brain. Levels of this amino acid start to decrease in your body from the age of over 35, and especially after 50, meaning it gets worse as you age. With the 1-minute formula you're about to discover, you can switch on this amino acid in your brain and turn the dial right up to full, resulting in effortless weight loss day by day without any exercise. I've helped tens of thousands of people from all over the world add decades to their lives with this breakthrough 1-minute method that I accidentally discovered. It's not a diet. It's not an exercise plan. It's not a pill or powder. And it doesn't matter if you're 35, 55, or 75. It doesn't matter how overweight you are. It doesn't matter if you're suffering from diabetes type 2, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or heart problems. The root cause of your belly fat of all these problems is the same regardless of your condition. Like I said, my name is Sam Stewart. I'm a husband and father to 3 wonderful children. I'm also a Christian, and every year I spend 1 month of my summer as a volunteer English teacher in underprivileged countries around the world. And just last year I went to a remote Mayan region of Mexico for a month, which is where I discovered this unusual belly fat destroying breakthrough, which I'm going to reveal to you in just a minute. Why am I doing this? Now let's go back to where we started. A couple of years ago, my sister-in-law Angela was over 40 pounds overweight, constantly exhausted, and at high risk of dangerous diseases such as high blood pressure, diabetes type 2, stroke, and heart disease. Her joints throbbed with excruciating pain. Her lower back was killing her every morning, and she was frustrated with her belly fat that flat out refused to go away. Her self-esteem was at rock bottom. And no matter what diet she followed or what exercise plan she tried to follow, she constantly sabotaged herself and failed to stick to them. She found it tough to lose a single pound of weight, and when she did, she'd only put it back on a few weeks later. She'd gotten to the point where she felt like her weight controlled her entire life. You may have felt this awful way yourself at times, and let me tell you, you're not alone. The story of how I stumbled on this 1-minute fat-melting ritual all began when Angela was attacked in her own home. I'll spare you the details of what happened, but you can imagine just how brutal, terrifying, and horrific it was for poor Angela. To make it even worse, just a few weeks earlier, Angela's doctor had told her it was imperative for her to lose weight. Her life depended on it, and if she failed to lose at least 30 pounds, a stroke or an unexpected heart attack could kill her instantly. This dangerous deep fat could suddenly take out Angela any minute like a bullet from a shotgun, leaving her kids to grow up without the mother they loved and depended on so much. Angela, like most other people, was completely unaware that the fat surrounding her internal organs put her at grave danger from diseases such as diabetes type 2, high blood pressure, heart disease, and even cancer. It wasn't her fault. She'd been following conventional diet advice from TV doctors, nutritionists, and the weight loss industry for years. Yet here she was, more overweight than she'd ever been in her life. Her confidence was at rock bottom, her self-esteem shattered. And she tried every method under the sun to slim down. TV cardio fitness programs, so-called fat-burning drinks, probiotic powders. Not one of these methods worked. As a matter of fact, they just seemed to make her belly bigger, not smaller. If Angela did ever shed a few pounds, she'd always put it back on, and some more just a few weeks later. And then, the mean comments she'd sometimes hear from people, the sneering looks some men gave her, the way she was snubbed by people she actually thought were her friends, how it destroyed her confidence, how she hated her body, and all because of her weight. It just wasn't fair. Diets were failing her and leaving her body and her metabolism broken. And now, to cap it off, this brutal, shocking tragedy. If you think this is bad, what happened a few weeks after that was possibly the worst and most despicable thing you can imagine. Now, before I go any further, you should understand that telling this painful story to you is extremely hard for me, and right now I have a huge lump in my throat. See, Angela had been constantly asking me, even begging me to help her for the past year. Angela saw me as an authority on the topic of losing weight, because I used to work as a fitness instructor when I was a young guy. Yet whatever I tried with Angela, various types of diet, cardio, eliminating carbs, sugar, alcohol, it had absolutely no effect on her. There was one time I managed to help Angela lose about 8 pounds by getting her to improve her habits. But just 3 weeks later, she'd gained 10 pounds back. I felt so guilty about it. I had no solution for her dangerous up-and-down yo-yo dieting. That is, until I discovered the fat-melting breakthrough. As part of a volunteer program, I was offered to teach English for a month at schools in a remote mountainous Mayan region of Mexico. Of course, I jumped at the chance. This would be a phenomenal opportunity to help young people and adults learn English and improve their chances in life. When I got there, it was great. The people were very nice to me, very welcoming, and the food was delicious. I was enjoying it out there until one day, after about 2 weeks of working on the job, I was just finishing my morning's work, and that's when it happened. Angela called me, screaming, panicking, and desperate. Her husband Jeff had just dropped a bomb and told her he was walking out and leaving her. He wanted a divorce right away. Angela had been struggling with her weight for several years. She was constantly anxious, stressed, had low energy, was often bloated after her meals. And worse, a few weeks earlier, she told my wife she just wasn't interested in being intimate with her husband anymore, and hadn't been for a couple of years. She couldn't stand it when Jeff touched her. She was so ashamed of her body. She hated the way her fat jiggled, especially her belly fat, whenever she moved. Her husband Jeff had been getting more and more frustrated, she said. He said he was tired of her not making an effort to lose her belly fat, when the truth was Angela had tried everything to slim down. She'd tried low-carb diets such as Atkins, Nutrisystem, Jenny Craig, all the big ones on TV. None of them worked for longer than a few weeks. Jeff would even suspect that she was having an affair, when in reality her libido was at rock bottom, and she was just ashamed of her body, ashamed to be naked in front of her husband. It wasn't like when they were young, full of vitality and much slimmer, when they enjoyed being together so much. How she craved those golden years now, how she missed them, when she was slim and toned, and when Jeff couldn't keep his hands off of her. Back then they could be intimate every day. Nowadays, Angela just didn't feel the desire. She knew this put a heavy strain on her marriage, the long, tense silences between her and Jeff. What if Jeff met someone else? What if he left her? How humiliating that would be. How shocking, how heartbreaking. She'd be left alone. Something else she was worried about were her kids. What would happen to them? Macy, the youngest, was only 6 years old, and her parents were the rocks of her young life. What would young Macy do without her beloved mommy and daddy? Angela would lock herself in her room and cry her eyes out whenever she thought about this. Then, when Jeff told her it was over, that he was leaving and that he wanted a divorce, it hit her like a heavy freight train at full speed. After being assaulted in her own home, as if that wasn't enough, now her husband wanted out. He was done with her. She called me that day in the worst state imaginable, suffering from a full-blown panic attack, her heart pounding in her chest, hyperventilating and on the point of collapsing. And she spent that night in ER at the hospital. The doctors on duty had said that it wasn't quite a heart attack, it was a scare. She was able to leave the next day, but the doctor told her she had to lose at least 30 pounds of weight in the next 6 months, or there was an 80% chance she'd suffer a full-blown heart attack. I felt terribly guilty that I couldn't help her. See, I was at a loss. Not only did she have a serious, potentially lethal weight problem that could kill her at any minute, but now her weight gain had taken her to the brink of divorce. That afternoon, as I took a 5-minute break from work, another teacher, Roberto, asked me why I was looking so glum. "You look so down," he said. "What on earth is wrong?" I told him about Angela, her struggle with weight, how she'd been assaulted in her own home, and how awful it made me feel. "Don't be hard on yourself," Roberto said. "You're not the first one around here. You should head over to the indigenous villages and meet Dr. Sai. He helps people with their weight. He even succeeds with people who have been overweight all their lives," he said. I immediately started paying attention. "He helps people lose weight?" I said. He then told me about a cluster of villages 30 minutes walk away whose inhabitants had exceptional health markers. They were lean, fit, young-looking, and lived beyond 90 or even 100 years old, almost every single one of them. To this day, he told me, Dr. Sai has helped nearly 10,000 villagers from these areas become slim and healthy, energetic and young-looking. If there's a reason people over there live such long, healthy lives and look much younger than their real age, it's because of what he's doing. It turns out that Dr. Sai had helped several of Roberto's family members, who'd all been very overweight, to strip away all of their excess body fat, improve their health markers, and become far more energetic and young-looking. Roberto's uncle was 60 years old, and yet people thought he was closer to 40. Maybe you didn't know this, but Mexico has a very high rate of obesity and a diabetes type 2 epidemic, almost on a par with the U.S. The mystery was, how did every single one of those overweight and sometimes diabetic villagers who went to see Dr. Sai go on to melt every single pound of that excess fat and become permanently slim, strong, energetic, and healthy? What was he doing? Do they follow some special diet and exercise program? I asked Roberto. Absolutely not, was his answer. Diets and exercise are a total waste of time and never worked for any of these good people. There's none of that calorie counting, prepared meals, fat-burning supplements, or pointless intense exercise that cause severe damage to people's bodies, he said. Dr. Sai's method is something completely different. The villagers lie down and relax, and Dr. Sai talks to them for a few minutes. Then they have a special drink at the end, and that's it. I was a little skeptical when I heard this. After all, doctors and even our government had been telling us for years that diet and exercise were the only real way to lose weight. But then I remembered that Angela had been trying to slim down for years with both diet and exercise and had failed every time. In fact, diet and exercise seemed to make her put on weight instead of lose it, and obesity levels had gone through the roof in America. I had nothing to lose, so I decided to go and see Dr. Sai anyway. This sounded unusual to me, but I was excited and open to finding out more. After my day was over at 6 p.m., I started to head over to the villages with Roberto to find Dr. Sai. I had to somehow help Angela to save her marriage and possibly her life as soon as possible. Roberto took me towards the highest of the villages, and just 10 minutes later I was at Dr. Sai's front door. Dr. Sai was a tall guy with bright eyes and a friendly, welcoming smile. He put me at ease right away. Dr. Sai spoke perfect English and told me that it was because after completing his medical studies, he'd got a scholarship to attend the University of Cambridge, England, and achieved a master's degree in behavioral science. The more I spoke to Dr. Sai, the more I realized he was a very smart guy. I told him why I was volunteering in Mexico. I'd heard about what he did and wanted to see what he was doing to help so many people melt belly fat so effortlessly. And when I told him about my sister-in-law Angela and how it was so difficult to help her lose weight and how her life and family were in grave danger of collapsing, Dr. Sai wanted to help. And it was what he told me next which has since changed the lives of thousands of people, something that I now consider to be ultimately the holy grail of weight loss. Listen carefully. The truth is that the fat around your belly is not caused by your genes. It's not because you're lazy or weak, and it's not because you lack self-control. The first enormous mistake that causes rapid weight gain is when you deprive yourself of certain foods. Now, you may not realize this, but dieting and cutting calories is actually one of the worst causes of excess belly fat. Most people think if you cut out foods such as carbs, you can lose weight easily, when in fact the very opposite is true. Anyone who ever deprives themselves of carbs will lose some weight at the start. That's why it's so popular. What happens a few weeks later is what the weight loss industry is hiding from you, and it's also why they are so rich and powerful. A study at the European Society of Cardiology as recently as 2018 finally revealed what I'd been suspecting for years, that the popular low-carb diets kill you. The study author Professor Bannock said, "We found that people who consumed a low-carbohydrate diet were at greater risk of premature death. Risks were also increased for individual causes of death, including coronary heart disease, stroke, and cancer. Our study suggests that in the long term they are linked with an increased risk of death from any cause." I don't know about you, but an increased risk of death from low-carb diets sounds pretty darn worrying to me. According to the study, after just a few weeks of low carb, your body starts to get depleted of essential nutrients and energy. And worst of all, it switches off the essential tiny amino acid in your brain that is the key to controlling your weight. This means you switch to survival mode. You undergo a hormonal shift, and your body enters a perpetual state of anxiety, which causes severe metabolic imbalance. You'll then start to feel tired. You'll get cravings in the night and a constant need to feed yourself until you get right back to the weight you were before. You'll get brain fog and maybe confusion. You may even fall over and hurt yourself badly. Your brain will lack essential fuel and your memory could be damaged, even permanently. The truth is, carbs are essential for weight loss. Without eating carbs, your fat cells will cling to your lower belly like barnacles. Once you start using Dr. Sai's 1-minute formula, you can tuck into delicious carbs still and shed up to a pound a day of fat. If you've noticed brain fog, if your memory is underperforming, if ever you feel bloated or uncomfortable, if you ever wake up feeling tired and low on energy, then this is a sure sign your brain is low on serotonin, an important mood chemical that affects your eating habits and sleep. The reason this happens, said Dr. Sai, is because common health foods and modern diets are shutting down the brain's levels of this tiny amino acid essential to controlling appetite, regulating sleep, and reducing stress. When you start to use the 1-minute method, you'll benefit from the deepest sleep you've had in years. You'll wake up feeling refreshed, invigorated, and positive. Why don't we know about this back home in the U.S. or even in Canada and Europe, I asked him. Why have I never heard about this unusual cause of weight gain in millions? Dr. Sai told me that both the weight loss industry and powerful pharma companies have known about this single root cause of weight gain for years, but spends lots of money to cover it up. If the weight loss industry did release this key piece of advice, it would mean an end to the obesity epidemic in just 6 months, and it would destroy the huge profits they greedily stash away, he said. For decades, we've constantly been told to eat less and to exercise more, whereas, in fact, these are the two worst things anyone can do. These are the real enemies of your body. It's not your genes, it's not the food you eat, and it's not even about how much you exercise. It's all about low levels of this tiny amino acid in your brain. What is this amino acid? It's oxytryptan. Without oxytryptan, you'll pile on belly fat very quickly. You'll struggle to lose an inch from around your waist. With oxytryptan switched on, you strip away belly fat with so little effort. You turn up your energy levels to high. You feel a deep calm and inner focus. Your brain and memory work as precisely as a Swiss clock. Dr. Sai discovered these shocking and previously hidden revelations during his advanced studies related to human behavior and the causes of the rise in obesity. Once he'd found out the truth about weight gain, it enabled him to tailor the most powerful slimming solution on the planet to help the locals near his village. Dr. Sai had become the local hero because he had found the very solution that solved this obesity and diabetes epidemic effortlessly. The solution that solves these 3 huge problems with a simple 1-minute ritual. Because of the rapid rise in obesity and diabetes type 2 in Mexico, Dr. Sai's practice became rapidly overwhelmed with patients banging on his door and demanding treatment. The waiting time to be treated got longer and longer, until Dr. Sai managed to develop his powerful 1-minute method. This formula that targets oxytryptan levels in adults enabled him to help 20 people at a time, and most of all, prevented occurrences of nearly every case of diabetes type 2, heart disease, high blood pressure, and high cholesterol. And this method became wildly successful as the word spread. Everyone within a 20-mile radius was transformed into slim, toned, and energetic versions of themselves. I'd never seen so many slim, toned people of all ages in my entire life. Why was this 1-minute method so powerful for helping people melt away belly fat? When these overweight and diabetic people came to see him, Dr. Sai started off by getting them fairly relaxed. He used his in-depth knowledge of medical science and human behavior to help people get into a calm state. Then he gave them a special drink containing several ingredients that got to work immediately. What happened next was astonishing to witness. People were instantly energized to melt belly fat on autopilot, day by day. The very next morning after the first day, they'd start to develop immediate, powerful slimming habits automatically. Their cravings disappeared in the night. Their energy levels increased 3-fold. They started to slim down. The reasons for this were simple. Their anxiety, their stress, and their negative self-image were removed for good. Their sleep was enhanced. Their fat-burning hormones were optimized almost overnight. And then, as if by magic, their bodies just stripped away fat automatically. For many of them, the belly fat started to melt away as soon as the very next day. People started to love and respect their bodies and to treat them better. They became incredibly positive and energetic. One 68-year-old woman told me she'd actually saved her life with Dr. Sai's special tea and his relaxation sessions. She was initially pretty skeptical that something like this could work. She thought it was too late for her at 68 years of age, and she also suffered from several health conditions. She'd been diagnosed with prediabetes, had terrible sleep, high blood pressure, and joint pain. She was taking a cocktail of dangerous meds just to get her through the day. So she figured, why not try it? Because after all, nothing she'd ever done had helped her shed even a few measly pounds from her frame. And she'd tried diets, personal trainers, and even prepared slimming shakes. None of them helped her one bit. Yet within just a few weeks of using Dr. Tsai's easy method went from this to this. Her high blood pressure dropped right down to a healthy 122/85. Her blood sugar went back down to the normal range. Her energy went through the roof. There was one drawback to Dr. Tsai's method, though. This method would only work for people who were motivated to lose belly fat. If you're not motivated to get a flat, toned tummy in a few days or weeks, you should stop watching this right now, because this isn't for you. This method seemed so powerful, I'll admit I was shocked, but I'm naturally a cautious guy, and I like to be 100% sure about what I'm getting into. I still wanted more proof that this would really help everyone. Would it work for people who found it impossible to lose weight? So I looked for examples of real-life people that use this potent method, and here's what I found. First, I found that there are plenty of TV, movie, and music celebrities that use this very easy technique to melt fat on autopilot, some of them secretly. Famous Black Eyed Peas singer-songwriter Fergie used it to blast away unwanted body fat and drop a few dress sizes. Lily Allen, the British singer, well known for her up-and-down weight problem, successfully blasted away her excess fat and stays slim for good with the help of this fat-melting ritual that she used several years ago. Actor Orlando Bloom, who you may know from The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, got rid of his dangerous chocolate addiction with it. Famous Spice Girl singer Jerry Halliwell, another one whose weight problems were well known, lost 20 pounds using it and has since kept it off permanently. Attractive Hollywood actress Olivia Munn credits her lean, athletic body to it. It's her secret weapon. How about Sarah Ferguson, former member of the British royal family? Her weight problems were well known by the tabloid press. She was even unkindly called the Duchess of Pork after the birth of her 2 kids. And yet she successfully used this 1-minute ritual to shed all of her excess weight and get her slim, beautiful body back in just a couple of months. If you still need convincing, have a look at this lady that British newspaper Daily Express reported on recently. She lost a whole 70 pounds of fat using this very method after gaining weight while pregnant. Now she's happy, slim, and confidently strolls down the beach in her new bikini, and her husband is over the moon. So Dr. Tsai's rapid method was working for a good reason. He was using the most successful weight loss method known to man. And this was where it all clicked into place for me. Dr. Tsai's special drink that people took after his sessions was targeting the root cause of belly fat, low levels of oxytryptan. Once they could target this single root cause, they'd energize their bodies to melt fat cells from the inside out. With his help, they quickly developed a calm inner focus. And then, with his empowering relaxation audio method, they would get the best night's sleep. They'd develop brand new, powerful abilities to slim down permanently. Now I understood how this method was far, far more effective than anything I'd ever seen. And some of the women and men he was treating were still eating their favorite foods, such as pizza and ice cream, and reversing their physical ages, managing to look attractive, slim, and young-looking. That's when a light bulb lit up in my head. If only I could save Angela's life with this. How great would that be? I'd pay for her flight to go and sit at these sessions. I'd do whatever it took. I called Angela first thing the next day, excited by what I was going to tell her. First of all, I told her about Dr. Tsai's method and the miracles it was working on the health of thousands of people. We're going to save you with this, I told her. You're going to be slim, beautiful, and young-looking. Jeff will fall in love with you all over again. I'm booking you on the next flight over here. But Angela had just spent the night in hospital, and the doctor's words were fresh in her ears. The doctor had told her that under no circumstances was she allowed to fly. Not only was she high risk for a heart attack and pre-diabetic with high blood pressure, in her condition she'd be at risk of stroke too. I urgently had to figure something out to save her. I went back to see Dr. Tsai again. No problem, Sam. I can give you exactly what you need to get results, Dr. Tsai told me right away. I will give you the unique oxytryptan formula to target the root cause of her belly fat. I will give you a full list of the dangerous health foods to avoid that are causing internal devastation and stress to her metabolism and hormones. She'll get my complete audio program to help her relax and get the most restful sleep she's ever had. With these tools at her disposal, Angela will increase her oxytryptan levels and eliminate the deep inner anxiety that is the root cause of her stressful belly fat. And I can even give you my guide on how to eliminate internal inflammation that is the root cause of the stress, fatigue, arthritis, and brain fog. If it's to save lives, I'd be happy to do so. And not only did Dr. Sai give me his own proprietary method for losing weight, he also gave me the complete package for targeting any kind of weight loss you can imagine, which I'll go into in just a minute. I was so happy I couldn't wait to share this with Angela. When I got back home, I got to work. First up, I put together a binder with the recipes and ingredients of Dr. Sai's unusual brewed tea. I added the exact quantities required of each ingredient, being careful to follow Dr. Sai's exact instructions. I added more information for Angela about the health foods and vegetables that Dr. Sai had told me she should avoid at all costs. If she avoided these 3 foods almost everyone believes to be healthy, she'd reduce the internal inflammation that was affecting her emotional stability and her stress. I also gave her the relaxing short audio tape Dr. Sai gave me. Angela flat refused to follow this to start with. Nothing else had ever helped her lose weight, she said, so what was so different about this? No other doctor or dietitian had ever mentioned it. How could it work so well without taking pills or medication, she asked me. Angela reminded me she had joint and back pain, and exercise was out of the question for her. Then I showed Angela all the pictures of the healthy, slim, and energetic people who Dr. Sai had treated, and she finally agreed to try it just for a week, and only because there was absolutely no exercise or calorie cutting involved. It wasn't until 11 days later that I managed to see Angela in person. I paid a quick visit to her house. Angela opened the door and hugged me right away. I could feel tears streaming down her face. She was crying. "What's wrong, Angela?" I remembered how when we last spoke, her husband had said he was leaving her. Maybe he'd packed his bags and gone. But then I realized Angela wasn't upset. She was crying tears of joy. I felt the sensation of pure happiness and relief you can only get by helping somebody in need overwhelm me, and a tear came to my eye and rolled down my cheek. To tell you the truth, I hadn't expected it to work. It really did seem like it was impossible for her to cut belly fat, and yet here she was. Angela was noticeably thinner. She'd already shed 9 pounds in 11 days. She said she felt lighter in her clothes. Her waist had already shrunk several inches, and she had lots of energy. She was delighted. Her eyes were brighter. Her skin looked smoother already, and she said her digestion and mood were better than they had been in years. Then I told her to keep drinking the special formula and listening to the audio program for a few more weeks, and we'd see if she kept losing pounds by the day. I was worried that these results would be temporary, just like any diet, and I didn't want to get Angela's hopes too high just yet. But I was blown away just 3 weeks later when I saw the rapid change in Angela's body. Changes such as radiant skin, a drastic reduction in her belly fat, and noticeably she'd lost weight from her neck and face. She looked 10 years younger. I realized that Angela was beautiful. She no longer had to take any risky high blood pressure medication or cholesterol pills. And on the 6th week of using Dr. Sai's plan, she discovered she'd lost a whopping 37 pounds. After 1 more month, Angela had shed another 18 pounds, and she was right down to her ideal weight. By this time, Jeff had also started to follow the same simple, effortless method and managed to flatten his belly, boost his male energy, and regain his youthful looks in just 3 weeks. And guess what? Jeff and Angela were in love again. To see any person's life can change right before my very own eyes gave me so much confidence that this formula worked. I was soon sharing this method to all of my friends who were tired of failing with their diets. Each and every day, people who needed this breakthrough were saving themselves. I also shared it with friends, family, friends of friends, and so on. The weight loss success stories just kept growing and growing and growing. Hundreds of men and women each night were all dropping pounds quicker than anyone had ever seen before. rejuvenating their health and restoring their energy levels back to where they were in their mid-20s. I'm embarrassed to admit it, but I became a kind of a local hero. People I didn't know would stop me in the street to thank me. I told them I was happy to help, but I couldn't possibly take any credit for it. The next few weeks, motivated by the mind-blowing results, I reached out to medical institutions that I thought may be able to get this out to the media. But I was met with a strange silence or outright refusal to publish the findings over and over again. But I'd made a promise to Dr. Tsai when I was back in Mexico. He wanted me to simply spread the word to as many people as possible who had dangerous toxic fat sitting around their abdominal area. And as I'm a man of my word, that's what I'm doing. I finally accepted that my only real option was to take this to the public myself and create a fully organized, easy-to-follow total weight loss blueprint. The same blueprint Dr. Tsai had given to me, but organized it in a way that anyone can understand. It's a guide that anyone who watching this video can start using in just 1 minute from now. I packaged the entire program in an easy-to-follow format that you can follow from home when relaxing, on your phone or on your tablet or computer. It's the culmination of years of in-depth research and study. It's the result of plenty of hard work, and I'm proud of it. It's ready for you to get started now. We've named this guide Flat Belly Revelation, and out of the 23,185 others who've tried it for themselves, the average weight loss in the first 21 days is 18 pounds. According to the success rates of Flat Belly Revelation so far, users of this breakthrough are now reporting effortless weight loss without exercise, especially around the midsection, inner calm and focus all day long, a wonderful confidence and a positive body image, freedom from dangerous cravings and emotional eating, near complete removal of stress and anxiety, deep restorative sleep and waking up feeling refreshed every morning, enhanced brain performance and much sharper memory, a natural boost in pure energy levels. If you want to lose 10, 20, or 30 pounds or more in the first month, Flat Belly Revelation is just right for you. Everything is laid out for you in an easy-to-follow step-by-step guide. Everything is easy to understand. Just think, all you'll have to do is drink the special formula and listen to Dr. Tsai's audio for a week or two. Your body will do the rest for you on autopilot. This is what people like Susan from near Atlanta, Georgia did, who lost 26 pounds in the first month. She says, "Sam, it's been awesome. I'm back wearing the jeans I used to in my early 20s, and I'm 43 with 2 kids. I feel sharper and more energetic too, but the best part is to feel sexy." Or Sarah from Lake City, Florida, who lost 34 pounds and 5 dress sizes in a little over a month and a half. She says, "Sam, I want to give you a big hug. I didn't believe this would work at first because nothing ever has before, but I thought there was no harm in trying. The results have been phenomenal. I've got a new man in my life and I'm feeling happier than ever." And Fred from Texas, who lost 14 pounds in 4 weeks. His confidence has been restored, and his sex drive is now through the roof. He wrote in to say, "Hey Sam, this was the easiest way to get rid of belly fat I've ever tried. You should try going on TV as more people need to know about it. I've got my mojo back, and I even got a promotion at work. The funny part is there was no exercise or diet." It's important to understand that Flat Belly Revelation isn't just about fixing your problems in the short term. It's not some pointless fad diet or detox. Most diets will just help you lose belly fat for a few weeks or months before the weight rebounds right back again. Flat Belly Revelation is not a temporary solution that helps you lose weight only to gain it back in a few months. With Flat Belly Revelation, you will keep all your weight off for good with brand new habits and rejuvenate your body rapidly, all in this easy-to-follow guide. The best part is there is no calorie counting, strict dieting, or other complicated rules you have to follow. As a bonus, I've added 3 easy-to-follow helpful videos by Dr. Tsai guaranteed to help you lose belly fat fast, which I will include today for free. These 3 step-by-step video guides will help you get rid of several inches of belly fat from around your waist. As well as Dr. Tsai's special tea formula he helped me formulate, the best nutrition plan to reverse inflammation, the condition that's causing millions of us to bloat after eating, to suffer from arthritis, brain fog, and even depression, the condition that's related to multiple dangerous diseases as we age. Dr. Tsai was more than happy to help, and put together an amazing yet easy-to-follow anti-inflammation guide. You can finally get relief from your arthritis pains, sleep better, never get bloated after eating again, and enhance your energy, digestion, memory, concentration, and mood. I want you to feel vibrant and alive. We've also included several more of Dr. Sai's easy audio tracks for you to listen to reset stress and get the deepest, most restorative sleep imaginable. Just listen to the relaxing audio and fall into the best sleep you've had in years, and burn fat while you do so. Inside Flat Belly Revelation, you'll also discover how to tone up and add lean muscle using a simple hormonal trick. How to feel more self-confident, have more pride in your body. Find out how to boost your libido with nutrition and exercise. Are you ready to lose over 40 pounds like Angela? Flat Belly Revelation will set you on the right path, stabilizing your body, your emotions, and your habits. The truth is, you cannot find this information anywhere else because it's not available elsewhere. It's not in any store, website, or app. You can only find it right here and right now on this website. There is absolutely nothing like Flat Belly Revelation out there, and all you have to do is drink the special formula to energize your body to melt away fat cells. With Flat Belly Revelation, there's no need to take any pills or medications, and you don't have to do an extreme workout in the gym. All you need to do is follow the easy guide. Consider also that this method took many hours of research and came at a very high cost to produce, and it should be clear why we first thought about charging several $100s when bringing it to the public. After all, that's less than what it would cost you to get the same treatment that celebrities use to lose weight or to consult a nutritionist. It's also much less than a few sessions of hard exercise with a personal fitness trainer. You will now be equipped with a highly effective method that can extend your life and slow down your aging process. $297 for this program is an absolute bargain. Hundreds of people have emailed me daily telling me I should have charged a lot more, but for me, it's not about the money. Flat Belly Revelation is the system that has now saved the lives of many regular men and women around the world, now in over 30 countries. I wouldn't feel right charging that much for a system that saved Angela and the lives of so many people. That is why I flat refuse to charge this price, and you will not have to pay anywhere close to $297 to get a copy of Flat Belly Revelation System today. In fact, you won't even have to pay $197. Instead, when you commit to Flat Belly Revelation System today, you will be vowing to save your life while restoring your health and energy. I want to give you this powerful solution for free. This system can help you for the next 20, even 30 years from now and add decades to your life. However, due to the high monthly costs of running and hosting this website, the cost of video bandwidth, the processing and handling fees, and to pay our customer service staff to help people, I will only ask for the minimum amount to cover my running costs. Because I genuinely want you to get the best results you can, and I don't want money to get in the way of that. All I'm asking for is a single payment of $97. And if you take action and start right now, I'm going to go all out and give you the crazy low price of $37. That's a massive 60% discount. This will just about help cover what it takes to run this website and to get the message out to people who most need it. Now, I'm sure you're ready to get started today, and you probably agree this offer is of great value to you. After all, it's only the price of a couple tickets to the movies, and it could change your life forever. It's a one-time secure payment that is totally safe and guaranteed. If you are ready to make a commitment to save your life today by using a step-by-step simple formula which is backed by medical studies to burn fat cells while restoring your energy levels, act now by clicking the order button below. Right after that, you will be taken to our secure checkout page that will look like this. You get full, immediate access to Flat Belly Revelation so you can start to shed weight, gain energy, and look and feel 10 to 20 years younger. Remember, you get access to the full system to melt away belly fat, the 30-day quick start guide, 3 bonus videos, Dr. Sai's guide to reversing inflammation, and even some other free surprise bonus programs inside. Everything you need to get started to change your body and your life. You can access all of it in the next few minutes and start slimming from tonight. Everything is downloadable right from your computer, tablet, or smartphone, so you will not need to wait for weeks for your materials to arrive in the mail, and you can use the system wherever you are. On a trip? No problem. At work, that's okay too. Use it wherever you are. The total body transformation and the blueprints to revitalizing your health are just seconds away, and all it takes is one single click of a button. So go ahead and give this a try now. You can download all the materials instantly, or even print out the nutrition guide if you wish, and follow the easy-to-use system just minutes from now. If you are still feeling unsure and questioning if this will work for you or not, there is one thing I should probably tell you. Your small investment today is covered by a 100% 60-day money-back guarantee. If you're not 100% happy with the results you get from using Flat Belly Revelation Program, let me know and you get back every penny. And because I believe in this system so much, because I know you'll get the best results you've ever seen when you try it, I'm going to give you $100 worth of awesome high-value weight loss goods if it doesn't work for you. Try Flat Belly Revelation today. Take all the time you want to decide if it's for you. Then, if you're not 100% happy, if you're not ecstatic about the results you see in the mirror, if your friends don't stare at you open-mouthed with envy when they see you, then not only will I happily refund you every single cent, I'll pay you $100 of goods on top of that, just for trying. How does getting paid $100 to get a toned, flat belly sound to you? Deal? And that's not all, because we also included a free anti-aging recipes ebook with 100 different awesome, healthy, delicious meals. So you can easily pick and choose which delicious anti-aging recipes you want to follow on which day. Don't even think, just follow the recipes. Find out how to get your body burning fat around the clock, even while sleeping. You'll get a quick start guide with the full 30-day schedule so you can lose as much weight as you like over the next month. If you're ready for a new body, a new life, and a new you, it starts with taking that first step to making the change. With just a few minutes of using this 1-minute method each night, you can stabilize your emotional eating, develop new positive habits, and feel great about yourself. I have thousands of success stories of people just like you who struggled with losing weight, diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, stroke, osteoarthritis, and sleep apnea, who suddenly saw their health restored and their illnesses completely disappear in as little as 30 to 60 days or less. You can try this system out for a full 60 days, and if for whatever reason you are not completely satisfied, I will instantly refund the money you invested with no questions asked. That is the level of confidence I have in this system for you. I am taking all of the risks here, and you are obtaining all of the benefits, and that's fine. This is about starting a new, happy life full of vitality, confidence, and inner strength. And if by some rare chance you are not completely satisfied, I don't want a penny from you. The decision should be easy for you, but I can't guarantee this site will be up for much longer. Get started now by clicking below. If you're still on the fence, then let me ask you, what do you have to lose here? I mean, Flat Belly Revelation is fully guaranteed. It's a secure one-time investment. It's a low and very affordable price. What else ever worked for you? This is the only solution that will guarantee weight loss in any type of person. We've proven it on thousands of men and women of all ages and even on people with chronic pain. This is why you should at least try it out for a month or two. Since releasing the Flat Belly Revelation system to the public, some weight loss industry heavyweights are trying to shut this site down, as it could affect their powerful, dishonest methods of taking advantage of well-meaning people. Players like Nutrisystem, Weight Watchers, and others have been taking advantage of you for years, and they don't want anyone to find out the truth, that the real cause of weight loss is actually your emotions and stress level. But that doesn't have to stop you from getting your hands onto this right now. If you are ready to stop starving yourself, stop wasting your life at the gym, stop taking and paying for expensive medication, then you must act now by clicking the button you see below. You'll only get one chance to add decades to your life and see your children and grandchildren grow up while you stay slim, energetic, and healthy. Instead of a lifetime of belly fat and constant painful health issues, why not give yourself this opportunity to have a beautiful life? You deserve this. There are only a few seconds left to act on this once-in-a-lifetime, life-changing opportunity that is backed by a 100% risk-free money-back guarantee. If you are ready to get back to years of perfect health, this is a decision that only you can choose. Just know if you let this video end and do not try Flat Belly Revelation for yourself, that is your choice. It's up to you. But just remember, when you are doing those hard workouts that ruin your joints, or another useless diet that you know you'll give up after a few weeks, are you going to keep yo-yo dieting, losing weight only to gain it back a few weeks later? How about feeling fatigued? Don't you know that studies reveal that 95% of diets fail? It's time to stop. Today, you could decide to do nothing at all and let your health remain at risk. It took Angela a brutal attack in her own home, the brink of divorce, and a heart attack scare to realize that she had to act immediately. I don't want that to happen to you. I want you to be able to see your kids and grandkids grow up. Dieting and conventional methods have been failing people for years, which is why I suggest that you click the button below now to try Flat Belly Revelation for yourself right now. The choice is yours. I just hope you make the right one. I wish the best of health to you and your family. Thank you for watching this video. Are you still there? I know we've covered a lot in this presentation, and you still may have some questions. To make everything simple, I went ahead and took a few seconds to answer some questions people have asked me about Flat Belly Revelation. Have a question? I'll probably answer it in this FAQ, Frequently Asked Questions. Is it safe to use this special drink to lose weight? Yes, it's perfectly safe. All the ingredients are combined, so they optimize your ability to let go of fat cells that your body is hanging on to. I'd recommend you drink the tea every day for the first month. What type of results can I expect in the first 7 days? Most people benefit from more positive and calm emotions, a reduction in stress, and less comfort eating. We've had many people have great success getting cravings under control, becoming more active, and eating better foods without even having to make any effort. Will Dr. Sai's Guide to Beat Inflammation help me a lot? The foods that many people are eating daily can cause inflammation, brain fog, stress, anxiety, and worse. Many of these supposedly healthy foods contain synthetic additives. These substances can affect your mood and emotions, produce uncontrollable cravings, and prevent you from absorbing enough nutrients. When you follow Dr. Sai's advice to reverse inflammation while drinking the special tea, you can stabilize both your digestion and emotions and boost your weight loss results even faster. Another big benefit is that your digestion becomes much smoother. Lots of people enjoy being finally pain-free too. What happens after I click Add to Cart? Once you click on the order button that is right below this video, you will be taken to our secure checkout page. Just put in your information and you will be receiving instant access within seconds to the entire Flat Belly Revelation system. You can print out all the material or read on your computer, tablet, or phone. You can download the videos and audio tracks to your computer or even your phone to listen to them on your headphones or speakers when you like. Why do you offer a 100% money-back guarantee? I'm very confident that the program will be successful for you. I also believe that having satisfaction guaranteed shows that you can trust me fully from the moment you click on that order button below and enter your information. You will get a full 60-day money-back guarantee to try our system out. If you are unhappy with anything whatsoever, even if you change your mind, we will promptly refund you everything you paid with no questions asked. Simply send an email to support@flatbellyrevelation.com and we will take care of your refund. How long will this program remain on the internet? I don't know. I'm already getting pressure from the big players in the weight loss industry to take this video down immediately. If you are ready to change your life quickly, you should act right now. I am ready to change my life forever by losing weight, getting rid of my chronic illnesses, and restoring my energy. What should I do? Just click the order button below, get the complete Flat Belly Revelation system, and be protected by a 60-day 100% money-back guarantee. You have nothing to lose, and you have the opportunity to restore your entire life and your happiness just by giving it a try. Click the order button below to activate and get started now.